Double honors to the elders and apostles of great wisdom. Shalom to the one-third Israelites, which include you Judah's children, so-called Nikos, Latinos, and Indians, who are oppressed together according to the book of Jeremiah 50 and 33, but to whom so late pertained the adoption, the giving of the law, the promises, the glory, and the covenants, basically the whole Bible, according to the book of Romans chapter 9. Alright. Okay, let's start with a scripture that comes to the spirit in my mind, because the topic is basically the spirit. The heathens shall envy thee, but shall be not able to do something against thee. So basically, really what this is talking about, shall not be able to do something against thee. This means they can do nothing against the spirit, you see, because it's all about the spirit, and that's the topic of the lesson. And in effect, to Hebrew, you would say the ruach. That gay sound, what they use. Not one of our holy people spoke that way. Okay, but anyway. Okay, it means wind or wind, or it means by resemblance, breath, i.e. are sensible or even violent, exhalation, figuratively, life, anger, unsubstantially, by extension a region of the sky, by resemblance spirit, but only of a rational being. Okay, so this goes really basically deep, but what we concentrate on is basically, in this case, the outline, which means basically the inline, because it means basically mind, breath, mind, spirit, breath, alright, wind, heaven, basically, quarter, alright, of wind, side, breath of air, gas, vein, empty thing. Alright, so of course everybody and everything has the spirit in it. So basically, if you see an empty thing, so to speak, what is here listed, Salachia from English, is basically not empty. Okay, because everything is made by and to the spirit, alright, because actually Yahweh was the first spirit that was created, or even there, basically born of the spirit, the first born of the spirit, which is the sun, right? There you go. Alright. Impatience, patience. So the spirit is basically everything, alright? Disposition, as troubled, bitter, discontented. Alright, prophetic spirit of the living, breathing being in man and animals. Alright, and this is what we're talking about here, right? Because as the brother beautiful showed us, the spirit of the animal goes back to the earth, right? And the spirit of the of a man goes basically to the sky, alright, to heaven. Alright? As inspiring ecstatic state of prophecy, as impelling prophet to other instruction or warning, imparting warlike energy and executive and administrative power. And that's beautiful, because I didn't know, alright, but now I know, of course, we can go also into spiritual powers, really, if we talk about the spirit. So if, if you see basically things like that, because this means basically spiritual power, right? Okay, and it's no wonder, because if you talk about the spirit, spiritual power is not to be, is not so far, right? And that's the power what Yahweh will give us, and that's why we also can read something like, the heathen shall envy thee, but shall not be able to do something, what, against thee, right? Because the spirit is really the power behind, why we're teaching, why we on the streets out there, okay, why we are so bold as a lion, alright? Pretty much everything what they don't have, right? Because what they have is the flesh. What they have is being carnal. Alright, so that's the complete opposite of what they even been taught, alright, and what they promote actually. Okay, you know, because they don't know better, you know. So basically, being wicked is basically, you know, if you are wicked and, you know, people try to find an excuse, alright, an excuse, but really there's no excuse, right? Because when you start to get older, you can, you know, basically in the age so-called of information, look up your own stuff, alright, and look up your own opinion about things, and you know, if things are really how they told you and this and that, right? But that's what most people avoid, not because it is not there, but because they know they have to give this flesh basically up, right? So basically they're working against the spirit, but you have a problem that right there, because Yahweh is spirit, who, you know, these same people oftentimes call so-called God, right? So God is totally against them, and they don't even see basically, you know, that he is basically against them. Alright, so this is really, you know, something what you don't want to have, right? You know, Yahweh being against you while you thinking he is for you, right? But that's the, you know, that's the fight against the flesh, what even the elect actually fight right now. Alright, what the difference is, okay, we actually will win this fight, okay? They not, alright? Okay, because we fought against the flesh and we had victory over the flesh, right? Victory over the wicked, who basically promotes being in the flesh, and, you know, even, you know, is teaching our woman that, you know, and our children, right? And even you, man, alright? Even you, you know, even you can fall sometimes a little bit out of the out of the spirit, man, you know. That's why you have to do these lessons to basically stay in the spirit, right? But let's get some scriptures, because this is really the energy of life, okay? And this is not so outline, alright, if we will read these next scriptures, right? And this is Galatians 3:3. Are ye so foolish, having Salachia, not Galatians, let me start at John 4:24. Alahayim, which means God in the hidden tongue, is a spirit, alright? So he's a spirit, man. Alright, he's everywhere at the same time, which is called omnipresent. Okay, watch that video, I made it one time. What the word omnipresent really means, right? So he's basically everywhere at the same time, in every universe what is out there, okay? Or multiverse or whatever, okay? And that is only possible if you are spirit, okay? Because flesh is not built for something like that, and flesh has no spirit. You know, it is basically dead, right? So even plants have a kind of a spirit, but it's not the same spirit, right? You can read about animals and humans, alright? Don't go into that fairy tales, you know, talking about some man looking root from a plant, you know. Nah, man, okay, this is witchcraft, alright? You know, witches who do this, you know, things and whatever, you know. All witchcraft and fairy tales, man, okay? Plants can talk also. No, man, okay? Scripture, you know, tells you clearly what's up, man, okay? And you don't need more, alright? Of course they have a form of life, alright? But, you know, think about it. When even the spirit of the animals goes basically in the earth back again, and the spirit comes to God, right? So it goes up, alright? Even Esau's spirit, okay? But guess what? Okay, Esau's spirit will be taken away forever at some point, alright, as the only heathen nation, alright? And that's the same wicked one who is basically ruling the world in wickedness, and that's the price for that, right? The only spiritual, if you want to say it like that, nation, the only nation which will be spiritual banned basically forever, alright? With no doubt at all coming back or so, you know? That's the price for being actually right now the most wicked nation, alright? And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth, you see? So basically, Yahweh knows, okay, if you are really true about this or not, man. And if he finds out what he is actually doing, okay, that you are more in the flesh than in the spirit, okay, and you try to be comfortable in that same, you know, basically, you know, why you laying? Because you have to stand up again, okay, but you're feeling comfortable by just laying there, you know. He will basically, you know, further push you there, you know, and he will hide his commandments from you, he will hide the gospel from you, he will hide basically wisdom and knowledge from you, alright? So that's not what you want, because Yahweh sees your heart, right? Your mind, if you go into the Hebrew, alright? And if you really that wicked that you're not sure about this, but you pretend to, which is even worse, you know, hot or cold, remember Yahweh, alright? Then he will furthermore push that in you, man, and you don't want that, because you don't even know then, oh, Yahweh is actually you know, Yahweh is not tempting me, but he's using Satan then, you know, as the brother GMS Tanzania beautiful said, everything is laid out perfect for you to sin, but to do the sin is on you, not on Yahweh, because he was not the one who tempted you, it was Satan, you see? Spiritual demon Satan. So it's all spiritual, so let's go into the next verse, right? Hebrews 10 and 38. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him, right? You see? So again, that's that same spirit, you know? Going back to your, you know? No, man, you know? That's the same thing, man, you know? Basically, his soul, which is spirit, again, will have no pleasure automatically, okay? Because he controls all spirits, okay? No pleasure in you, because you actually, okay, basically, you want to crucify Yahweh again, right? That's what you're doing, basically, you know. John 6 and 63. It is the spirit, Salahia, that quickened, the flesh profited nothing, you see? So it profits nothing, man, alright? The words that I spake unto you, they are spirit and they are life, right? You see? So we actually by speaking these words, we actually speak life, man. You know that power, that spiritual power behind the words which we speak? You see? Now you know, because that's basically the point of the lesson, man. You know, these words have power, man, what we speak. This is, you know, we talk about words of life and power, man, okay, of spiritual power, actually, you know. Galatians 3 and 3, are ye so foolish, you see? Having begun in the spirit, are ye now made perfect by the flesh, you see? Because you started in the spirit, but you want to finish this, you know, in the flesh, basically, at the end, man. And that's not good, you know. But with that, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham and Kakadash, you see, because we don't want to be, as we've read it, there will be a difference between the one who had faith until the end and those who basically went back to their wickedness, right? You know, with that, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham and Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Alright, let's read some of these real quick also, as manifest in the, okay, that is, I don't know, never referred to as depersonalized force, okay, as inspiring, okay, imparting warlike energy and executive, okay, can't, because we will be judges on earth, man, you know. So basically we went through all, and that's, you know, basically the topic, and with that again, all praises, okay, to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, and Kakadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of GNS. Shalom.